Welcome back, everybody. Well, it's a big show today. We have the Tiger Wood reenactment, and we have Barb from Hospice, and Tina Tomlinson is with her. So, all right, now, Tina, tell me, we know what Barb does, and what do you do?
I'm the bereavement coordinator at Pennyroyal Hospice.
Okay.
So we offer bereavement services for 13 months after our patients pass away.
Okay.
And so I do grief counseling, bereavement support groups, and we do newsletters to offer support to the families of those that we've lost at hospice.
And this is an interesting time of year because of the holidays, and people naturally get down.
Yes, holidays are a time of easy depression for a lot of people anyway. And if you've just lost someone and this is the first year you're going to go through the Christmas and New Year and the winter without that person in your life, it can be extremely difficult. And Tina and her team are just very, very, very good at what they do.
Well, thank you.
What is is there one kind of thing that you need to remember just in going into all this? If you have friends who've been through this, one thing or two things that you can say, make sure this happens and this happens and this happens?
I'd say if you're a friend of someone who's grieving, just to try to be there for them and check in on them. If you have a neighbor, check in on them, stop by and say hello. Pick up the phone and call them, because they're probably not going to call you.
Right.
They don't have the energy to do that, nor do they have the energy to say, I need you to call me. And people, after the first couple of weeks, people tend to go back to their own lives. And then the person that's grieving is sitting there thinking, where did everybody go?
Right. So it's a 13-month span to take them through the first year, and then to follow through to make sure they made it through that first year okay, past a little bit?
We offer bereavement services for 13 months, but if somebody needs help beyond that, we continue with it. So, but just in general, for people that are, trying to help someone who's grieving, just don't forget them this holiday season. And then don't be afraid to say something that, some people don't know what to say.
Mm-hmm.
And
Afraid you'll say the wrong thing.
Right. And sometimes you just hold their hand or give them a hug. You don't have to really say anything.
Mm-hmm. Well, another one of the services that, hospice offers, there's so many things.
Yes, and actually that's an unreimbursable service. We'd get nothing back from Medicare or any other kind of insurance for those kinds of expenses. So, think about us folks. If you're in the mood to make a donation before the end of the year, we'd love to hear from you.
Mm-hmm. You got a new hairdo, don't you?
It's usually tucked behind my ears, and usually the bangs are down on my forehead.
Okay, I was thinking.
See, there you go.
I didn't want to change the subject, but I thought Barb's got a little different look today.
I'm surprised you noticed.
I noticed things. So,
It's scary, isn't it?
one of the things I do want to reiterate too about hospice, and we talk with you all the time, is the volunteer movement. That's so important.
It is. We're always looking for more volunteers. Volunteers are a huge part of our workforce, and not a lot of people understand that.
It's got to be a certain percentage,
It's
right?
got to be. We are required by Medicare to document that at least 5% of our labor is done by volunteers on a monthly basis. And we are just thrilled that we way exceed that. We're more close to 10 to 12%.
Okay.
So that's just awesome. And thank you to the entire community, everybody that helps us out all the time.
So let me ask a question here, because I don't know this. Why you ask questions, folks? Somebody has lost someone around here, and maybe they weren't a hospice patient. Can they participate in this?
Absolutely. Yeah. When I offer the grief support groups, they're welcome to come. They're welcome to call me, and I'd be glad to have them to come by the office or go by their house. And then if it's beyond what I can help them with, I always refer them on to somebody, like a licensed clinical social worker or psychologist. But we do what we can to help anybody.
I've witnessed how important that the counseling service is to people who have gone through, and it doesn't have to be an immediate family member. My son-in-law is a police officer, and his partner died in his arms. And that was a long process for him to get through that. And I remember how important it was for the people who even volunteered to come in to help, because people are going through a lot of life changes at that time and maybe making decisions that affect the rest of their lives.
Sure.
Absolutely. Just to lose somebody that you work with on a daily basis can profoundly affect a lot of people. And, they may just have a little bit of difficulty trying to figure out how to go on with their jobs, and they may feel like, oh, am I supposed to act like nothing happened, or what am I supposed to say? So people need help.
Okay.
And we're there for that.
Yes.
All right. How do they get a hold of you, Barb?
885-6428. That's if you're in the local area, and if you're out of our area, we do have a toll-free number,
Because you
888.
service a big area.
We do, 5 counties.
Okay.
Caldwell, Christian, Lyon, Todd, and Trigg counties. 888-611-0121. And do we have just a minute more? Does we have something new coming
We
up?
have to make it real quick, but yes.
Tina.
Okay, real quick. We have an end-of-life conference we're going to be offering January 21st.
Okay.
It's going to be called A Holistic Approach to End-of-Life Care. We will be offering CEUs for social workers, psychologists, et cetera. And so it's going to be an educational opportunity for professionals in our community as well as the community in general.
Where are you going to hold it?
We're going to have it at the Holiday Inn.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And look for information coming out in the coming weeks.
All right, we'll get more on that. You'll be back
Yes,
next
I'll
month.
be back.
We'll talk
I'll be
about it
back,
and
yes.
Everything else, put that on your calendar. The date is?
January 21st.
All right, Barb and Tina from Hospice, and we'll be right back.
Thanks.